my people. How's everybody doing today? Hope well. Make sure you hit that like button down there if you don't mind, and if you enjoy the content, that is. And if you do, you will automatically be entered to win yourself a scratch-off scratcher. Also, guys, make sure you check out DNKKnives.com. And if you buy a knife from there, you can use this coupon code, which is Behind the Edge 10, to get yourself 10% off of your order. I do not make anything off of this. It's just a coupon code. I do not get paid from this. DNK is who sent me this knife and a couple others. So thank you very much to you guys. I very much appreciate it. Also, I want to thank my patrons. Thank you all very much. You are awesome. And if you're interested in joining Patreon, until I run out, I will send, if you join any of the tiers, the cheapest tier is $3, I will send you a sticker pack loaded down with stickers. And if you don't want a sticker pack and you're a big boy, I have a 3X Heretic Knives t-shirt. That is brand new, of course. And one of the sticker packs I got, I'm going to seal up. I'm going to fill up a few envelopes, seal them all up. I'm going to put a Kershaw slip joint. I can't talk again today. Kershaw slip joint in there. It's not a real expensive knife, but it is a knife. All right. That's all I got. All right. Today, we are going to talk about the WE Knives Thug. This is a Matt Christensen design from Christensen Knives. Cool designer, man. He's designed quite a few knives, especially lately. Another one he has designed is this. This is the Kraken from Alliance Designs. This is an absolutely beautiful knife. And he's designed quite a few popular knives as of late. This particular one is a 2.75 inch compound hollow grind with a very, very slight recurve, which I don't particularly understand. It didn't really need to be there, but it is there just to make it just a smidge more difficult for people to sharpen. It doesn't really bother me. This knife is roughly $250. Whoops. And we'll get to that in a minute. All right. First of all, we're going to go with the pros, what I like about the knife. And my very favorite thing about this knife is the finish. That finish is wicked cool. It's like a stone-washed. It almost looks like it was stone-washed and then wiped before it dries. Not that that works that way, but that's what it looks like. You have these parallel lines kind of going through there. Anyway, I really like the finish. I'd like to see that on more knives. That finish is fantastic. Next thing is the grind. Even though the blade is tiny, it does have an excellent compound grind. You got your flat out front here that tapers down pretty thin. Then you got a really nice hollow grind here back at towards the middle of the blade. That is quite good. The plunge looks excellent. I can't complain about the grind at all. Tonto is really not my favorite grind, but this one looks pretty good. Next thing, it came very sharp, which is a good thing. Nowadays, for some reason, a lot of knives do not come very sharp at all. Next, I like the pocket clip. It does poke out a little bit right here, but it is a well done pocket clip and it rides in the pocket very, very well. Next thing, T8 hardware all around throughout the entire knife. Pretty cool. This is a captured pivot. So that's a good thing. And that's about where the pros end, in my opinion. We're going to go to the cons. First and foremost, this thing is tiny. It's way too small, period. The ergos are terrible if you have hands that belong on a man's arm. They don't have, there's nowhere for, and I don't have huge hands, but they're not small either. There's just nowhere comfortable to hold this knife at all, unless you're way back here and you got your pinky hanging off. And that's the only place that's halfway decent. So it is a tiny knife, and that's what it was designed to be, but, you know, that's just not my jam. Anyway, we're going to weigh this guy. Let's see what he weighs. I'm going to guess and say 3.7. 3.4. So it's not heavy, but it's not exactly light either. It is not milled out anywhere in there. So that is a thing. Another thing is this thing should have probably been a liner lock, just because of how you have to hold it to engage. You can put a little bit of pressure on that lock bar if you're not careful. Probably been a lot better and a lot more comfortable if it was a liner lock, but it is not, so that is what it is. Next thing, it is way too expensive. $250 to $260 is crazy. It does have some excellent, I meant to say this in the pros, the carbon fiber is gorgeous and looks really good, but, you know, it's just a standard Chi-tanium frame lock, man. Made in China, carbon fiber, titanium. In my opinion, WE is getting a little aggressive with their prices, and there's no good reason for that. Next thing is, this is not his best design. Matt Christensen has made some really cool looking knives, man, and some really popular knives. And the Thug is very popular. There is a Thug XL, which is probably much, much better than this one. But this is just not his best design. In my opinion, this Kraken is way better design than the Thug. Anyway, you know, everybody that's watched my channel long enough knows that I don't particularly care for the ultra small knives unless it has a very good finger choil and you can get your full meat hooks on there. So this one's just not for me, and that's what it is. Another thing is the action is not great. It is brand new, so it could get better, but the weight of the blade is so minimal that it doesn't help it swing around here. It is going to be on bearings, obviously. They're going to be ceramic. It has a ceramic detent. Looks like that might be a steel detent. Anyway, so the action isn't superb or nothing, but it'll get by. You got your basic thumb studs that are nothing fancy. They work good. They're in a good placement. You know, they're kind of in the cutting path of the knife itself, especially since you have a recurve. You're going to get these deep, I wish I could explain this better. When you're cutting, it's going to naturally push the blade in this direction just on the natural cut. So you're going to get into hitting a thumb stud in your if you're not careful. All right, that's all I'm going to talk about on this knife. It's not bad. If you have tiny hands, or this would be a great knife for a woman. Otherwise, you know, it's just not my thing, but it is what it is. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, check out Patreon if you're interested. Please don't forget to check out DNK Knives. He is getting lots and lots of new stuff in really, really soon. It's a small knife shop, but they are building and building quickly. So there will be lots of cool stuff there. You just got to check every day. Also, don't forget the Behind the Edge 10 will get you 10% off. All right, guys, that's all I got. I will see you tomorrow. Later.